Hello students, today we'll deal with lesson number 11, If I Were You. This is a play written by James Douglas. It is an interesting play. If I Were You is the story of Jared, a cultured playwright. A playwright is a person who writes plays or dramas. He is something of a mystery man. He is not very social, lives in a lonely cottage in the wilds of Essex, gives his orders on the phone, and never meets the tradesmen. The play begins with Jared, the protagonist, that is the main character, answering a phone call which is from a client to whom he promises to deliver the props for rehearsal. He is busy packing for travel in this connection when a flashily, that is brightly dressed intruder wearing an overcoat and a soft hat and carrying a revolver in his hand enters the room. However, before the intruder can take Jared by surprise, he bumps accidentally against a table and alerts Jared to his presence. Not at all nonplussed, that is, confused or shocked, Jared tries to figure out who the intruder is when the latter threatens him with his dire, that is bad, consequences if his questions are not answered. The intruder declares that he is not there to tell him about himself, but to learn more about Jared. The intruder, who looks somewhat like Jared, wants to murder Jared and thereafter steal his identity. He is a robber who specializes in the theft of jewels and plans to use Jared's house and car for his schemes. By assuming his identity, he can escape from the police and lead a peaceful life. The intruder further surprises Jared by telling him that he has noticed his manner of speech and has taken care to adopt a resemblance, that is similarity, to him in appearance too. He needs to change his identity because the cops, that is the police, are searching for him for having killed one of their colleagues. He also tells Jared how he has come to know about him and his habit of keeping aloof. He has done so by overhearing a conversation between two people. But it is the clever Jared who has the last laugh when he fools the intruder into believing that he too is running away from the law and is about to flee from his own house now. He explains to the intruder that unfortunately one of his men has been caught by the police. He is expecting trouble that night. That is why he is ready to make his getaway. He has a disguise outfit, that is dress, ready, false stashes and whatnot. He adds that he has posted a man on the road to call him the moment he sees the police. The intruder seems taken in, that is, deceived. As the telephone bell rings, Jared tells the intruder that it might be from the informer, from the man who has been posted on the road. He completely befools the intruder by making him check for himself if everything is safe before they escape. he makes him peep into a dark cupboard, giving the impression that it leads to the garage. The moment the intruder peeps in, Jared pushes him into the cupboard, snatching the revolver from his hand and locking him in. While the intruder keeps rattling the door, banging the door, and shouting, "Let me out of here! Let me out of here!" Jared gets down to business. Very coolly, he answers a phone call, apologizing that he would not be able to deliver the stage props in time of rehearsal. At the same time, he requests the caller to send the surgeon to his place. All this while, he guards the cupboard with the revolver of the intruder. Jared is so impressive that by his At the same time, he requests the caller to send the sergeant to his place. All this while, he guards the cupboard with the revolver of the intruder. Jared is so impressive by this incident that he decides to use it as the plot for his next play. That's all. Thank you.